This is a Nicolandria love reading purely for fun, purely for speculation. Okay, I'm seeing here Olandria coming across as obviously Queen of Swords. So someone very like stoic in their energy, which is evident in her throughout the show. She's someone like that has a lot of like walls up around her. Okay, usually the Queen of Swords is very like stoic, like she doesn't show a lot of emotion. She's more on the logic side and she has a lot of walls up. Okay, with her energy, I'm seeing here the Five of Cups is almost like crying over spilled milk. So I feel like this has to do with like the whole Taylor situation, even something maybe before outside the villa. There's this like lack of I don't want to say negative thinking, but she tends to focus on what she's lost more than what she has to gain, particularly in this situation. So I think she is crying over spilled milk. I think there's something here about like disappointment and just feeling like of being let down. Okay, for Nick, I have Nick coming off as the Page of Cups, which Page of Cups is of course Pisces like energy, and this is very much like immature, like player almost type of energy. A very like usually your Page of Cups is like before your King of Cups, so this person is a little bit emotionally immature, but they have the potential to become the King of Cups, right? So with this Page of Cups energy, I feel like it's more so of like frenzy type of like flirty, like just a very flirtatious and emotionally immature like person, very like rakish type of energy. But I'm seeing that he sees Alondria as like the Nine of Coins, so like literally the definition of like elegance and grace and luxury. He really sees her worth in his eyes. Like her worth is out of this world. Like if he could literally like carry her from place to place, like he literally sees her as a queen, as a prize, like as the most treasured thing that he's ever laid eyes on. That's literally like, this is literally how he sees her, as like a goddess, like a literal goddess. Okay, so there is a lot of love there. I have the Tower card, so I feel like something is gonna go down here. Like there's something that's gonna go down, maybe in the villa, maybe outside the villa. Okay, I'm not too sure. I was asking if they're gonna end up together, but before I get into that, okay, there's something here about the Three of Swords and the Page of Swords. So I feel like I also have a King of Wands and an Emperor here. So I feel like this has something to do with Ace for some reason. I don't know why that energy is coming through. It's 11:11. Wow. I feel like this has something to do with Ace because Ace is very much like that leader, right? He has a vision. He got a vision. He has a vision. With the King of Wands energy, I feel like Nick has even wanted to come forward, but certain people may have like kind of told him like no, you gotta stick with what's best, or like you like don't stray your course, just stay on your something like that is like what's coming through. Okay, I have the Seven of Wands as well, so I feel like someone in the villa or whoever around them, someone is really like speaking, there's a need here to speak up for themselves. So I feel like this could be Nick also. I feel like Nick may be getting pushed around. I have the Four of Swords as well here, so this is like about rest, and like I feel like he's kind of given up in a way, and there's a need for him to speak up for himself. I feel like he's being told to like, no, like don't stray your course, just sit down, just chill. And that's exactly what he's doing. Like he's just kind of like backing down, not putting a fight. He's kind of like just accepting like his current situation. I think he's just accepting it instead of speaking up for himself. There's a really big need here for him to like speak up for himself, to like, you know, like to literally fight for himself, like to defend himself in a way. Okay, with this Three of Swords and the Tower especially, I do feel like something is gonna go down. I haven't watched the last episode, so I don't know what's going on, but I feel like something is gonna go down. It could have to do with a third party, so it could have to do with like a love triangle type of situation here. Like this, there's something here breaking down. Something is going to be breaking down because it wasn't supposed to be together to begin with. Like it wasn't supposed to happen to begin with. Like it wasn't a stable foundation to begin with. So very interesting energy. I also have the Empress. So because I have the Empress and the Emperor here, this to me is like there's literally a potential whoever's energy, I don't know if it's maybe Ace and Alondra or Ace and Nick. I don't know, but I have a King of Wands here as well. So I feel like there's some fire sign, or this could even be someone new coming into the villa that could potentially like have no shame in going towards Alondra. But there's something here about the King of Wands and the Knight of Wands. Okay, this energy of moving towards something with passion. So I feel like this is either a fire sign that's currently in the villa or a fire sign that's going to be coming in the villa. There's some involvement in there, okay? But there is potential here, whether it's with a new bombshell or Nick or whatever, for a like soulmate connection for the Emperor, like a power couple. This is huge power couple energy. I feel like it could have to do with Nick, but I also feel like there's someone new coming into the equation. I'm not sure who it is, okay? But anyways, so in regards to asking if this was going to happen, I did get the Sun card. So I feel like with Nick and Alondra, it is eventually going to happen, because the Sun card is like the biggest yes that you can get. This is like a major yes. But I also got the Temperance card, 555. Oh my god. I also got the Temperance card. So I feel like this has to do with patience. I feel like it might not even happen on the show. That's kind of what's coming through. This is about patience. It's something that's gonna like, it's gonna take a while, okay? That's literally like with the Temperance card, this is going to take patience. And I feel like there's denial, because I got the Two of Swords as well. I don't know where it went. The Two of Swords as well is almost like, and because I have the Four of Swords, it's almost like in denial and in inaction, and it's coming from both of them. They're both like in denial, and they're both like choosing to not do anything, like choosing, like they're just waiting for it to pass in a way. That's what I get with the Four of Swords. Like, oh, it's just a crush, it'll pass. It's just a crush, it'll pass. That's kind of like the energy that's coming through. So this is going to require a lot of patience, but I did get a major yes. And I actually got 3 aces. I have the Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck here. Okay, so this is like a new love, like a burst of emotion. This is literally like your cup being filled. And the Ace of Swords, which is clarity. So I feel like it could be on the show or after the show, there's gonna be a tower moment. Something is really gonna crumble down, and it's gonna create a lot of chaos, but it's also gonna bring in some clarity and a new love for these two people. That could be with each other or with someone new, but there's a lot of clarity and new love connections coming in. And I did get a yes for Nick and Alondra though, and I feel like this is going to require patience. The Temperance card, this is going to require a lot of patience and kind of like give and take from both of them until they're finally like eased up. I feel like it's gonna take a lot from both of them, and it's gonna take because they're both in such heavy denial. It's gonna take a lot, and it's gonna take a while for them to finally like settle into what they're feeling and accept it.